Across Connecticut, rising costs and inflation have been hurting students and families alike. For some, it is harder to pay for housing than it is to pay for tuition, making the dream of upward mobility seem like a hollow mirage. What has become all too real is the reality of debt, food insecurity, and even homelessness for too many.
According to Federal Reserve economic data and the U.S. Census Bureau, housing affordability has shifted dramatically across generations. Back in the 1970s, boomers could expect to pay around 2.5 years' income for the average home. By the mid-1980s, Gen X needed closer to 3.5 years of income. But today, for Gen Z, a typical home cost about 5 years' salary. That gap, paired with inflation and rising costs, helps explain why so many young people struggle with housing security and why issues like student homelessness in Connecticut have reached record highs.
Alexis Villacres, a Danbury resident and member of the city's zoning commission, says inflation is reshaping what's possible for students and young renters.
The DTC, we're talking about employment rates and also talking about spending on food pantry programs or schools, infrastructures, and etc. And so as a municipality, we may see more priority into bringing back more jobs, and particularly in middle-class jobs.
This struggle isn't limited to low-income families. The Atlantic reports that today's younger generations are more likely to be downwardly mobile than their parents, with stagnant wages and rising costs eroding the American middle class. As the youngest member of the commission, Ms. Villacres says,
I understand firsthand how difficult it is to actually land on your 2 feet. You know, to leave mom and dad's house and actually make it out in the world independently. And it's not easy. That, and also the cost of living is a lot harder than it was than maybe your mother or father's time as a young person.
For young people in Connecticut, inflation is more than just an economic issue. It's a matter of survival. Many hope that state leaders will fix or address the housing crisis before more young people slip through the cracks. This is Noah Berg from WCSU News, Election Connection.